I've been seeing this idea online that you shouldn't talk about self-improvement around others, around your friends, your family, and people you meet. And I highly disagree with this. I highly disagree with this because ever since I came to college, I've been doing the exact opposite. And from the start, like, I've been all about self-improvement, all about it. I've just been talking about, going to the gym and trying to improve my social skills, trying to improve like academically, like all these things that I do with my life it's pretty much all just self-improvement. I just talk about that. And I've benefited immensely from it because what happened was as I'm going about my day, talking to meeting new people, and then they want to figure out what I'm about, right? And I'm talking about self-improvement and stuff. I gained this reputation as the self-improvement guy, or the super social guy, the super social friendly guy with good energy. And because of this, it's attracted a lot of good people into my life, people that I want to be around, people who kind of push me in the right direction, right? But if I kind of thought the other way and I thought, I don't want to talk about my self-improvement, I got to keep it on the low, people are going to judge me for it, right? And because that's what it is, right? You're thinking that people are going to see you a certain way. And if I kept it on the low, then I wouldn't be able to make good friends. I would just be around people who are like degenerates, really, who are just, like drinking, smoking, and things like that, because I'm trying to hide my self-improvement habits so I can fit in with these people, right? And a good example is like the people on my floor. A lot of them they're gym bros, and then they play video games, right? And that's kind of what I was in high school. I played video games a lot, and I went to the gym. And even with the friends that I had in high school, I still felt like I couldn't connect with them really, even though we were kind of doing some self-improvement and then some like degenerate stuff, right? Or just like wasting time, right? Or instant gratification, really, right? I still kind of couldn't really connect with them because on a deeper level, I wanted to do better. I wanted to stop playing games, and I wanted to start working on my purpose. And because of those friends that I had around me, it kind of, they kind of kept me down really. Because when I would talk about self-improvement with them, they may like laugh about it, joke about it, right? So with that, it's kind of like makes sense why people would say don't talk about self-improvement, because people will laugh at you, right? But you have to understand, like, that's just the people that you know already, right? The people that are around you, like people who've probably known you for a long time. But when you talk about self-improvement with new people, and when you bring that energy to the table when you're meeting new people, then they're gonna see you in that way, and then that's probably like a way easier. It's way easier for them to understand rather than your old friends kind of seeing you, and then you're trying to like change or something, and then I guess your friends, like, they kind of see you a certain way, and they may want you to actually stay that way, which isn't always good, and that's why I ended up kind of letting go of my friends in high school, especially towards the end of the year, because I knew that in order for me to grow, I had to stop hanging around these people, because you are the average of the 5 people you spend time with, right? So if I'm spending time with people who are always negative and talking about, Fortnite and Overwatch and Instagram memes and stuff, like, it's fun, definitely, but it's not what I actually want for my life, which is to stop wasting time on social media and start focusing on meaningful goals and stuff. So I had to let them go, and I was alone for a little while, and once I came to college, it kind of opened up everything, because now there's so much more people to meet, and I was going through that period of being alone and being my only influence on myself and working on myself. So now I'm here in college, and I'm able to bring this new version of me to everyone else. And because I've done that, because I've been, from day one, we were in a meeting, and then we're going around, everyone's saying what they're looking forward to, and I was like, I'm looking forward to self-improvement. Yeah. When I said that, everyone on that floor was like, okay, this guy's self-improvement, right? And that's how they see me. And then when they talk about me, Dale, he's the self-improvement guy, he's the super social guy. That's how people see me. And that's like been my reputation. So sometimes I be meeting people and they're like, yo, you're Dale, bro, I heard about you. I seen your videos. People literally share my videos around. Like this is a tower right now, and there's like apartments, dorms, right? And people would just be like, yo, bro, like my friend on this floor showed me your video. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy, that's awesome, right? And people just see me in that way. And because of that, it's kind of attracted like people who are also on self-improvement, or people who want to be on self-improvement into my life. Because just think about this, right? Think about a person who wants to improve their life, but they're surrounded by like 20 people who all are like degenerates, right? Who all just like scroll on social media all day, or all just play Fortnite, or you know what I mean? Or just don't like make any meaningful progress, right? But they want to improve. And then they finally meet someone who's like that. who's eating healthy, doing all these good habits of purpose, they would want to be associated with this kind of person, right? Because they actually want to improve as well. So being on self-improvement, being a positive person is part of the value that you bring to the table in social interactions, right? And that doesn't mean that everyone's gonna want that. You know what I mean? Not everyone's gonna care about self-improvement and stuff like that. But what people do care about is positive energy, right? And being a genuine person, right? So even though with I'm gonna call people like degenerates, but or there's people with like I guess that's the best way to describe it, like degenerate people, right? Even though like I can't really connect to them on like emotionally, or it's harder for me to, because like I'm not like doing like drugs and drinking or anything. Like it's kind of harder for me to talk to those kind of people, but they still can appreciate me, and we still can build like some sort of connection because I'm just a positive person, and I'm saying hello to them, asking them how their day is going, and just kind of being positive. Because imagine just with college, like there's just so many people, and everyone's kind of like neutral. You don't know all these people around you. So when you have like a friendly person around, like it just makes everything better. But again, that's why I'm saying again, you gotta talk about self-improvement. You gotta just always be yourself, because that's what it is really. It's just, if you're a self-improvement person, talk about that. If you like anime and stuff, talk about that. Because when you do that, you're gonna be able to find people like you as well. And this happened in the dining hall. I was just sitting down, and this kid next to me, right? And then we ended up getting into a conversation, and I realized like this kid's exactly like me. Like he uses a Google Calendar and has like he time blocks all his stuff, and he has Notion where he writes all his goals in, and his phone's on on grayscale. And you know what I'm saying? Like we had all these similarities, and then he's like does meditation. He's like the leader of the meditation club, right? And like all these things that were so familiar. But if I didn't talk about self-improvement, and I didn't like try to like say like that's what I do, that's who I am, if I tried to hide that, we wouldn't have been able to build that connection with each other, and that wouldn't have happened, right? So just always, wherever I go, I just try to always be my authentic self, always put my self-improvement side of me forward, because that's pretty much who I am. All I think about on a daily basis is self-improvement. And the thing is, not everyone's gonna like you for that, and that's fine, because why would you want to be around people who don't like you for you? You know what I mean? And I think it's the thing about being kind of polarizing. Polarizing is like people either love you or they hate you, right? And it's better to be like this than just have everyone kind of like you or just tolerate you, right? Because if you're just like trying to fit in and just be kind of, you know, trying not to be offensive, not really having your own opinions and stuff, everyone will just be like, oh yeah, that's Dale. Yeah, what's up? That's Dale. Hi, right? But no one really like cares or gets excited for you. They just know who you are, right? You're just like an NPC, really. But if you're like if I'm Dale and I'm like a self-improvement guy, and then some people will be like, yo, Dale, what's good, Dale? Yeah. Or some people will be like, oh my gosh, that kid's so annoying. Oh my gosh, right? But those people who think that, they don't even matter to me, right? Because people who are like, yeah, Dale, what's good? Those people matter so much more, and that just outshines everything else. So do I think that you should talk about self-improvement? Definitely, 100%, all the time, every day. Obviously, you know, don't be annoying with it, right? But just be yourself always. And by being yourself, you're gonna be able to attract the people in your life that who will appreciate you for you. And that's so awesome.